Welcome back to the news. Tensions flared at a session of the Western Provincial Council today. We will have a look at this story a little bit later on, but in your next story, issuing a statement today, Minister of External Affairs Professor G.L. Pires says that the series of allegations made that Secretary to the Ministry of External Affairs Shanuka Senivaratna has been guilty of impropriety in connection with the award of the contract for the renovation of the official residence of the permanent representative of Sri Lanka in Geneva in 2009 are baseless. In the communique, the minister notes that it is a matter for deep regret that the gravest of allegations should have been hurled against a senior public official with such blatant irresponsibility and with so little regard for the truth.
Minister of External Affairs Professor G.L. Pires points out that the allegations made that the contract was awarded to a company of which the owner was connected to the LTTE are baseless. He added that the Sri Lankan mission in Geneva obtained the services of a company in Zurich owned by P.T. Thureiraja in November 2009 to renovate the official residence of the ambassador of Sri Lanka to the UN. The minister adds of an internet posting alleging that Thureiraja is an LTTE member and that he was among those arrested by the Swiss police during a crackdown on money laundering by the LTTE. The minister adds that on the 12th of April 2012, 3 years after the renovation of the permanent mission in Geneva, the head of Chancery of the Sri Lanka mission in Geneva at the time, Yu Jauho, had addressed a letter to an official of the Swiss Federal Intelligence for an inquiry. The head of Chancery had made this inquiry days before completing his tour of duty in Geneva. In response, the official from the Swiss Federal Intelligence Service had said that there is no indication that the individual mentioned had been arrested by the Swiss police and that he was linked to the LTTE. In the communique issued today, the Minister of External Affairs says that the Procurement Committee approved the award of the contract on the 5th of November 2009. It adds that Shanuka Senivaratna, however, had arrived in Geneva and assumed duties only on the 15th of November that year.
They did not defend Dr. Chris Nonis. However, what happened when Sajjan was saying that this is an old story, Shanuka defended Sajjan. Why? Because Sajjan and Shanuka were friends. This is their relationship. Now they are using the professor to defend them. What are they trying to do now? They are trying to do the work of a shaman. I won't direct the attention of Professor Pires to one of these issues. We clearly said that this was the auditor's report. According to this auditor's report, it's the public's money that is being utilized to maintain the Geneva mission. We didn't say that an LTT affiliated group was involved in this transaction. It's the Treasury Secretary who deploys a team of auditors to look into this through a letter dated 8th February 2012. How can the Treasury Secretary resort to such an action? It's the Minister of Finance who should direct him to do so. We believe the instructions may have come from the President. It's Parliament that should be held responsible for public money. It's a Parliament that has the power over finances. This audit report hence should be tabled in Parliament. After it's tabled, a report has to be made. The question at hand is that these 4 officers have committed a grave crime if they have made such a serious allegation. If so, action needs to be taken. However, they won't do that. It's clear Professor G.L. Pires is trying to sweep this problem under the carpet. Professor Pires, if you cannot say the truth, stay away from the lies. Do not step inside this swamp. We are presenting facts on this matter very responsibly.